What's up YouTube, it's me Jess and I'm an opera singer. Today's video is going to be a performance analysis of Miss Halle Bailey performing Part of Your World from Disney's The Little Mermaid live at Disneyland. Let's go.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cabin hold? Looking around here you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down a, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give?
Woo! Okay, let's pause here. I don't know where to pause. This whole song is just so good. One thing you will learn in this video is that Ariel has and always will be my favorite Disney princess. I just have always had a deep fascination with water and the ocean and swimming and just that whole side of the world. Halle Bailey has some crazy vocals. I like how this is being reimagined, the delivery of the text and the melodic line. She seems to have a bit more freedom in terms of changing things around within the melody. I don't know if that was her artistic choice, if she collabed with other composers to say this is what we will allow, this is what we won't allow. I'm sure there are some pretty strict rules when it comes to Disney and the whole franchise and how something should sound according to them. However, to see the amount of liberties that have been taken in comparison to the original is quite nice, especially because they're so fitting to her voice. And it just shows a different type of expressionism, which is very important considering this is a completely different person playing this character. She's going to connect to the song in probably a different way than the original singer did. She might feel very differently on one part of a line than the other person did. It's you just got to take those into consideration when you're asking someone new to redo a very classic song. They're going to connect to it and sound different than the original. Her voice sounds so easy because all parts of her register, the transition between them are very flawless. And in a sense, when you're learning to sing and you want to be a good singer, one of the hardest parts is understanding where your transitions are and how to navigate through those transitions so you don't sound like a completely different singer in one part of your register versus the other. You want them to really be able to flow and just, guide one right into the next, and her voice does that very well.
But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
She has this brightness, even nasality quality to her voice, which I think helps her because you hear that pretty consistently no matter what register she's in. It's not an overpowering nasal sound, which you you do hear in some singers. It's just that perfect resonance that gives her this innocent, bright, just high tone quality and silvery, shimmery sound to her voice that just makes all the registers that I've heard her sing in sound very pleasing. Good job, because my God, that is a monster to be able to master on its own. Now, we can't talk about Disney without talking about everything, the visuals and also the audio part about it. Now, Disney's got a nice budget. I love like the darker tones right now. I'm hoping that at some part or at some point within the song, it brightens up a bit and we get more of a visual on what's behind her and what is happening surrounding her. But this gives that visual of the deep, dark sea, the mystery that really exudes the ocean. It's a world that, when we're talking about Ariel, it's a world that she knows in and out. She's fluent at being in the ocean. And so it's nice to see these darker colors now, because it shows how we as humans may not even really understand how to connect to that very well. It's not a safe space, I don't think, for most people to be in complete darkness or mostly darkness. Having one of our senses almost blinded or blurred is just not a comfortable and vulnerable feeling for us. We want to be able to see things very clearly. It comes from a safety standpoint. And so this, I think, correlates very well to the story and the world that Ariel is in. Something we don't really understand and something that is very mysterious and we have very little information about. And in that atmosphere that we would deem uncomfortable and scary, she is shining. She's got this beautiful light blue that contrasts really nice with the darker colors. And she's singing one of her most iconic songs in the entire movie. She's expressing her emotions in a very free way. Her voice shines. You just got this like dichotomy in a sense from a human perspective where you're in this uncomfortable space, but you're hearing this very beautiful sound. I think that just pairs really well with the movie. In my opinion, what's really important when it comes to this song is being able to spit and chew out all of the words. This is a wordy song. Listen to these lines. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. You hear how wordy that is? That is a lot of things to chew through. And it's important to do that, even though this song is really iconic. It's important to do that because this is Ariel's language, trying to convey what it is that she is feeling. And in order to do that, you need to really spit and chew out these words. She's doing that very nicely.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything?
Not only is she doing it nicely, she is also doing it in an artistic way. There are, of course, inflections within the melody. You hear her not even sing some words. You hear laughter. You hear just speaking some of the words. All of that is really important to convey what it is you're feeling in that moment. Just a lot of energy, and that's what you need in the text. And she's doing so well at this. This is a mouthful. Okay, can we talk about the swell on the line, I want more? And the swell in everything. There was a swell in visuals, there was a swell in vocals, and there was a swell in composition within the orchestral or recording accompaniment. I liked that all three of those decided to coordinate together, swell up at the same time, and then you hear this dramatic drop, and then everything cools down and comes back to a calm collective. I'm going to start this next part of the song. I liked the swell in the visuals. So during this moment, you saw the shifting of lights, which I think is really important. It just adds to this level of something is building. Then, of course, you get the swell in the vocals, where she is crescendoing and she is putting a lot of emphasis on the word more as that note is prolonged.
But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
The longer that note is held, you hear how much more intense or how much more energy is brought to the note. That really helps with this idea of swelling. Not only that, you hear the orchestra back that up, or the recording, and you hear the crescendo within the orchestra. All three of those components just added to this really intense moment for the song. And to make that moment that much more intense, what better way to highlight that intensity by following up with something extremely opposite? Essentially a cool down piano part. Last thing I want to point out is what is incredibly hard about the text of this song is the fact that you're singing this song as you're thinking the thoughts. Not a lot of songs are written that way. One line, for example, goes, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet.
Walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet.
This idea that you as an artist should really make it obvious that you don't know what it is you're about to say, because as a character, you're trying to literally figure it out. That happens again on the line, strolling along down a, what's that word again? Oh, street.
Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down a, what's that word again? Street.
You know, this idea where you're showing that you're going through the thought process. Not a lot of songs are written like that, and it's pretty hard to convey, especially if you have to stick within a certain rhythm, and the rhythm is pretty strict. You've got to make that very convincing, so much so to where we believe that you haven't rehearsed this, or we know that you obviously know the lines of the song, but we also want to be surprised that you can portray this idea of this is being said within Ariel's mind for the first time. It's not easy to do. What I like what she does during these moments is you see the excitement in when she remembers the word all on her face. And when you show that on your face, you'll be surprised how that translates to your vocals. You can smile and sing something, and it could sound completely different than if you were to sing that same note on, let's say, a frown, or just neutral or in a regular position as you would sing it. When you change up your facials, you should really understand and see how much that plays in the delivery of the line, the delivery of the vocal technique.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Bet you on land they understand, but they don't reprimand their dogs. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand, ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it?
Yes.
What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above
gonna cry.
Wish I could be
Woo.
part of that world.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. What the actual heck? I don't know if I've even ever cried while watching this, the actual movie. Maybe I did as a child, but that was really interesting. You know what part got me? Was when she sang, I think it was Love to Explore That Shore Up Above. It was her facials. I gotta rewatch it.
Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above?
Oh, it was this.
Out of the sea.
Oh, yes. Oh my god. It was the words out of the sea. It was the combination of the climactic moment, obviously the rise in the melody line on the word above, which is so nice. Then the dramatic pause. Not only that inhalation, a sense of vulnerability with that desperation to really want to change, your atmosphere. Then the way she delivered out of the sea is what really got me. If you look at her facials,
Out of the sea. Wish I could be part of that world.
if that isn't believable to you all, I don't know what I can teach you. That was so good. You saw she like scrunched up her face, and then she focused just really intensely in one location and just sang to that location. It was literally like I could see what it was she was trying to envision. That's so powerful, you all. That's so so powerful. It's unbelievable. I'm just shocked. I'm not speechless, but I don't even, I'm choked up for words. That's what it is, and I'm going to leave it at that. If you liked all that you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Comment down below what other song from a Disney movie I should do a performance analysis on. Lastly, make sure you check out the description box for ways you can keep in touch with me, get access to exclusive perks, and or take an artistic development lesson with me. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!